left source, and builders got to build. So I've decided to take my enduro motorcycle, it's a KTM 350 EXC-F, and convert it to an electric motorcycle. I'm expecting the project to be all the right kinds of challenging, from wrenching on the machine to getting the parts fabricated to getting the electronics just right and power conversion, and of course the software, getting all of that to operate as a cohesive unit. So excited for it. Here we go. I'm going to electrify this bike using this motor, this controller. I got to get the lithium-ion battery yet, but we got this new throttle, even has reverse, all the accoutrement, the speedometer, everything's all here, wiring harness. So wish me luck, because it's a perfectly good bike that's served me well over the years. And I kind of want to prove to whoever I eventually sell the motor to that in fact it was running before I destroyed the motorcycle. So let's just do a quick start. It's beautifully, it's in perfect shape. A little freaked out about ruining this bike, but I'm also excited for the project. So here we go. The tank off, and I got the plastics off, so now you can really get a sense of what I got ahead of me here. So in order to get the battery pack to fit, I've taken the motor out and I kind of put this line there, because that's the plane that the battery pack can't cross, because the motor sits right here. So this is my super cardboard cross section. It's all batteries. If I go this way, I can remove this top bracket, old motor mount, and get it in, I think. I just got my coffee in my favorite coffee cup, that old E coffee cup. Okay, so here we are. Got the mounts in, batteries mounted, mounted the speedometer, made this little plate for it, and then all the wiring is mostly done. And then around here to the controller, that 400 amp fuse in place, pretty thing. I think this cutoff switch, which if I cut it in just right, it'll just nestle down in there. Almost the exact right size. It'll be right in there. Switch off. Okay, this Votol controller down here comes with this CAN adapter for programming. So plugs in here. Plug that in. That beep, and then COM3, open the serial port, connect. And so, for example, these are the throttle voltages and response. These are like rate of rise when accelerating. You can also set the levels of each gear, and then some flux weakening values. And then for sport mode, I've got it set to a 250 amp limit. So that's really basically an unhinged sport mode. I want the second gear to be a little higher. And we'll go ahead and write that parameter. Right, successful. And then this motor has 16 pole pairs. The Hall phase shift is 60 degrees. And this allows you to tell the controller which channels various inputs go to. So obviously the parking input, high speed input, low speed input, and so on. And then we'll go ahead and close the serial port. Disconnect. Okay, so I'm getting a Hall sensor error. And I've got good Hall sensors. I've checked them all. They all have good diode behavior. And if I follow through to there, I've got continuity. But when that trace goes around to each, this is one of the Hall sensors right here, that's where that positive line goes. Nada. So there is a problem. So I'm gonna take this off, find it, fix it. Probably have to make little jumper wires, and yeah, we'll get it figured out. Okay, let's do a little tour here. Former fuel tank, now holder of the 12-volt switch, really good. And the ignition switch, really good. And park, first gear, second gear, third gear, sport mode, oh shit, reverse. Walking up for the maiden ride. There she is. Woo. Wish me luck. Okay, the eKTM project is complete. Has far more torque than the original motor did, probably 50 or 60 miles of range, and it's just an awesome enduro bike. In fact, it's always been an awesome enduro bike, but now it's got that additional power, of course, no clutch, and the weight distribution is fantastic. It's a little lighter than it was originally. I've ridden the other electric enduro bikes, and they have plenty of power and plenty of range, but they're not great enduro bikes. And so this combination is really something quite magical, quite fun to ride. If you're interested in the parts list or the components list, happy to fire those over to you. Just shoot me a note. And I'll probably do another video with the technical details. But for now, on to the next build.